Welcome back to the 2023 Big 12 Men's Basketball Tournament predictions, and let's get right into it with the first round. This is a loaded conference with an average net ranking around 28 in the country. So a lot of these teams, West Virginia, Texas Tech, and Oklahoma State, are looking to improve their seeding as they are right on the bubble. Oklahoma's trying to play their way in. Let's start with the 8-9 matchup where we've got West Virginia against Texas Tech. Texas Tech has been getting unlucky recently. Going to take West Virginia here. West Virginia's been hot, winning their last two games. Ever since that 0-6, 0-7 start in conference play, they've been a little bit better down the stretch here. Their conference record is not that good at 7-11, but I think that they will get it done against this Texas Tech team that has lost three straight, all within one possession after that four-game win streak. I could see this one going either way. Now let's get on to the 10-7 matchup between Oklahoma State and Oklahoma, and I'm going to take Oklahoma here in the shocking upset. And while Oklahoma did lose in Bedlam series twice, it's hard to beat a team three times. Oklahoma State isn't necessarily playing for their tournament life. They probably are, but they did just beat Texas Tech, so they could be in safe with a loss here too. But Oklahoma really needs this win as they are 15-16 right now. They probably need to win this tournament outright in order to make the tournament. So I think Oklahoma is going to win, denying Oklahoma State this clean sweep of Bedlam. Then let's move on to the 1-8 matchup. I'm just going to have Kansas here. Quick and simple. They've been the best team in the Big 12 the whole time. They've been very consistent. Although they lost at Texas, they had a 7 or 8 game win streak going into that one. They beat West Virginia both times, and West Virginia is a tough place to play, so we're taking Kansas there. Baylor, Iowa State, and this game just happened. Iowa State ran Baylor on the road. Very shocking for an Iowa State team that just lost Caleb Grill, but the team responded to that. I don't think they can do it again, though. Baylor is a very solid team. Before that game, they won 2 in a row against Texas and Oklahoma State. So I'm going to take Baylor here to avenge that loss on the last day of the regular season. But that win against Baylor on the final day, March 4th, did help Iowa State's seed, so they will be safe in the March Madness tournament. Then Oklahoma, Texas. I'm going to take Oklahoma here. Texas beat them twice in the regular season, but both by 1 point. I think Texas has been treading a little too close to the sun. Just got an emotional win over Kansas at home, but still are the 2 seed, of course, because of their loss earlier in the week at Baylor and at TCU. It's tough to win on the road in the Big 12, but we're going to take Oklahoma in the shocking upset here. Oklahoma has the statement wins. That blowout of Alabama. They played Texas close twice. They beat K-State. They beat TCU in their final game of the regular season. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to take Oklahoma State 2 rounds here, then Kansas State against TCU. I think Kansas State's been a little overrated. I'm going to take a TCU team that I think is underseeded. Of course, they were missing Mike Miles, lost 4 in a row. And so let's see what happens in this one here. Of course, they just lost at Oklahoma. That's not a great loss. And they also split with K-State in the regular season. Both teams won at home, but we'll have to see what happens. I'm taking TCU here. Then in the semifinals, Kansas against Baylor. I'm going to take Baylor here, even though both these teams won when they were at home. Remember that Baylor had a lead at the beginning of the second half. It was significant, and then Kansas came back from the 10 points down and then ran over Baylor in that second half. That was a crazy game. I think Baylor avenges that loss. It was left a bad taste in their mouth and advances to the Big 12 championship where they will play TCU. I think that Oklahoma can't get it done again. Despite just having beaten TCU, I think the bounce back effect is a big thing here in these tournaments. Oklahoma will be playing on their 3rd consecutive day. I mean, these guys are in shape, but it does tend to take a toll on you. All of these games are going to be close and well contested in this brutal Big 12. Whoever wins this tournament is going to have probably 1 seed for themselves, so I'm taking TCU here, then Baylor against TCU. I'm going to make it simple and take Baylor here, but I could see this one going either way. It's the 4 versus 6, but I think both of these teams are underrated. Remember, Baylor lost 3 straight to start the season in the Big 12. Now has gotten rolling down the stretch. Lost at Kansas and Kansas State in the past week, and then that game I already mentioned against Iowa State, but I'm going to take Baylor to win the Big 12 here. I think it will be a close game. They split with TCU, both teams winning on the road, which is rare. Both games were close, but I'm going to take Baylor here. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and follow the Discord for all of our March Madness and conference tournament betting picks.